Hello, it is Monday the 19th and we are going to be working with exponents. So we need to practice these properties before we can actually work with them a bunch. So here we go. When you multiply numbers that have exponents, you're supposed to add the exponents. So if I had x to the fourth times x to the 7th, that would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would be x to the 11th, right? And you can have more than one letter in there. You could have x, y, x, y, x. Why not? And then we could have 5, 4, 3, 2. And if there's nothing there, that's 1, right? So if I was trying to solve this one, what would that equal? Well, I can only add x's together. So there's 5 x's there, plus 3 more, that's 8. Plus, remember, this is 1. You can't see it, but it's 1. So that's 9. That's x9. And then, what's the power on the y? Well, let's see, 4, 5, 6. That would be y6. See, I can add these guys no matter what. As long as you're multiplying letters together, you can add them up. What if there was numbers involved? Let's say 2x3 and 4x7. Okay. Now you have to multiply the numbers. And add the exponents. So if I multiply the numbers, 2 times 4 is 8. And I add the letters, the exponent, 7, 8, 9, 10. This would be 8x to the 10th. Because I'm multiplying those two things together. Okay? Let's try it again. What if I had, doesn't matter how big the number is, so let's do 11, x11, woohoo, and 5, x2, we'll say. All right, well, I've got to multiply the numbers, you know what that is, and add the letters. 13. There we go. So, 55x13, no problem. We got it made. Now that's rule number 1. And then rule number 3, we're going to skip 2 until tomorrow. So rule number 3. Rule number 3 says when you take the power, you're supposed to multiply the exponents. So if I had x to the 4th to the 7th, I'm going to multiply these guys, and that's going to be x to the 28th. That's what I said. Wow. Right? And then if there's more than one letter, see rule number 4, if there's more than one letter, you distribute that power. So what if I had x2 and y3 and all of that to the 4th? Well, I've got to multiply. I'm distributing this. 4 times 2 is x8, and 4 times 3 is y12. See? That's how that works. Well, that's the rules of exponents. Let's try another one. What if we had numbers? Ooh, right? Numbers. So let's try small numbers first, right? 2x, 3, 4y, 5, and 6x. We'll just leave that one like that. Now this one, remember, doesn't have an exponent. Uh-oh, what am I supposed to do? And we'll square everything. All right, now the tricky part, maybe we shouldn't do such a big one at first. Yeah, let's just do this one. Okay, so we'll raise it to the 4th power. So then we'll have another one. We'll do a bigger one. So this one, you have to raise all the exponents to the 4th power. You're multiplying the exponents, right? That's what this says. Multiply the exponents. Multiply the exponents. Multiply the exponents, right? But what you don't see is there is an exponent on this 2. So what this really is 2 to the 4th and x to the 12th, right? But you cannot leave it like this, because 2 to the 4th means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. This is really 16x to the 12th. Let's try that again. 3x to the 2nd all to the 3rd. Okay? Now then, you're going to multiply the exponents. Remember that the exponent on the 3, there's nothing there? No, there's nothing there. That means 3 times 3 times 3, right? That's x to the 3rd, 3 to the 3rd, excuse me, and x to the 6th. Well, 3 to the 3rd is, my goodness, 27, right? X to the 6th. Really, that's all there is to it. Whenever you have exponents on the outside, that's what's happening. So, what we're interested in is being able to use rule number 1. So when you multiply numbers that have exponents, you have to add the exponents. And then when you're taking the power of something that has an exponent, you have to multiply the exponents, right? And when there's more than one thing inside the parentheses, you have to distribute that power. Right on. So let's do 2 rules at once, huh? Why not? So here I have x squared y, and I'm going to raise it to the 3rd power. And then I'm going to multiply times x. Let's try 4y4. Okay? Now, if you notice, this one has exponents on it. So I have to simplify this one first before I can do this one, right? So there's 2 things going on. I'm using rule number 3 and 4, right? So this is going to be x to the 6th, and this is going to be y to the 3rd, right? And then I'm multiplying that one times this one, x4, y4. Now when you multiply, you're using rule number 1. So up here you see I used rule number 3 and 4 together, right? Distributed, multiplied the exponents. Now I have to add the exponents. So the final answer when I am done, x10, y7. Okay? Let's do that again. 2x to the 4th, and we can raise that to the 3rd power, times, oh, I don't know, 5x. Okay? So you have to do the exponent first. And remember, there's an exponent on this. So this is really 2 to the 3rd, x to the 12. But 2 to the 3rd is really 8x12, right? And then I have to multiply that times 5x. So the answer really is 40. Now, look at this. Remember, you say there's nothing there. Well, remember, it's a 1. So that's x13. Right? x13. Let's move that up so you can see that. So this is x40, x to the 13. And that's really all there is to it. So, have fun on today's worksheet.